Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Eric B, and welcome back to the channel. And we're gonna be doing a first ride on this 2024 Yamaha R7. And personally, I think this bike is beautiful. This bike gets a lot of hate, okay? For what reason, I don't know why. Looks are subjective. A lot of people don't like the way that the front end looks with the one headlight in the middle and stuff like that. They don't like the power output. You know, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but that's fine. Yamaha knows what they're doing. They put out a bike for a specific purpose. So what I want to do real quick is just get a little start for you. It has a slip-on exhaust on it. I'm not real sure what the brand is. It doesn't have anything labeled on it, but let me fire it up real quick for you here. Sounds really good. Man, I must say that CP2 engine sounds very nice. So what we're gonna do is get this thing out on the road, but just real quick, there's nothing done to this bike that I know of other than the exhaust, no quick shifter, nothing done cosmetically or anything like that. Yeah, I just wanna get out, see how it feels, see what the hype is around it. But you know what? Before we do that, as always, guys, let's cut to the B-roll. All right, let's go ahead and get going here. Hopefully my Insta360 stays on there. We're about to find out. Another startup for you guys. I don't know what exhaust is on here, but man, it sounds good. A little twin cylinder engine. I don't know, it just sounds mean. Ooh, very soft clutch. All right. All right. The Yamaha R7. So this is my very first time riding an R7. Ooh, and my first time back on a bike in a hot minute. Woo. Okay. So since I went down at the Tail of the Dragon, this has been the first time I've been back on twos. My last video, I kind of eased into it and got onto a Can-Am. But yeah guys, so the R7, like I said before, man, this bike gets a ton of hate and I don't know why. Like, this is a sweet little package, man. I don't know why people hate on it. And the biggest thing obviously is the power, right? This bike is not an R6, it's not an R1, it's not meant for that. I think that this bike is meant for someone that, you know, doesn't want to get straight into a super sport, but yet they're coming from something like an R3 or any 300 or 400 cc bike. I think it still has enough power to have fun with, and you're not gonna grow out of it super fast, you know what I'm saying? This thing you can definitely rock at the track. This thing, you know, you could probably smoke a lot of bigger bikes at the track if you're a more advanced rider as well. And the ergonomics and things like that aren't as aggressive as an R6 or an R1, so it's a little bit more comfortable for street riding. And this thing has torque, man. It's not slow, but it's not super fast, but it feels good. So when we're talking about power, this thing has just a little over 70 horsepower, and I think it's rocking somewhere around 47 pound-feet of torque or something like that. I know it's just shy of 50. But it sounds so good too. But yeah, man, the power numbers obviously on paper, isn't the greatest. And this is, like I said, the first bike I've been on in a hot minute. So, you know, coming from like my MV Agusta, which had about 147 horsepower, somewhere in there, a little bit more torque. Oh, missed the gear there. Yeah, I'm no quick shifter or anything, so slow down a little bit here and do another second gear pull before we get close to this car here. Just want to feel the torque. Man, I keep missing gears. There we go. Ah, here's the way that the shifter's set up. It's hard to get my foot under there to shift. But like I was saying before, man, not bad with the power. Like, okay, you might like get bored of it after a certain amount of time, and it depends on what type of riding you're doing. So if you're, you know, you're hitting the twisties, man, this would be a very fun bike, especially if the suspension is set up correctly and stuff like that. You can have a good time on this thing. Definitely throw a quick shifter on here because it could definitely benefit from that. Like I said, this isn't a horsepower monster. It's not a top-end type bike. As far as looks goes, that is subjective as always. You know, not everyone has the same taste in bikes or anything like that. I personally think that this thing looks really good. Now, when I had my RS660, that sounded really good for a parallel twin. This bike sounds awesome as well. Yeah, I think you can throw this thing around easy, man. It's just a little over 400 pounds. I want to say it's like 418 or something like that. Not too heavy. A little bit lighter than what the R9 is going to be. But that's the thing, this bike has a decent amount of torque. Pretty close to what my RS660 had as well. And like I said, slower bikes are really fun to ride. I've had a few 1000s, and every time I go back to a smaller bike just because of the pure joy it is to ride these things. You can really get up in the RPM, you can bang through the gears, you can throw them around. They're a lot of fun. As you see on the display here, it's a decent looking LCD display. It's not a TFT or anything like that, but you got your gear indicator. I like the way the tach looks. You have a fuel gauge and everything on here. And as far as power modes go, I do not know if this has power modes or not. And if it does, please let me know down in the comments below. I don't really have a lot of time to kind of flip through the menus and check all that. Now, we do get a Brembo master cylinder on this bike. That's pretty cool, and a lot of bikes are starting to have that feature put onto them. You know, Brembo calipers, Brembo master cylinders. They're starting to come around. But yeah, man. Not bad overall. I can't hate on it too much. The looks, like I said, it is what it is. I like it. This is a very nice bike, guys. I just wanted to do a quick first ride video for you guys. This is the first time I've been on an R7, and I actually kind of like it. So I'm excited to see what the R9 holds when it comes out. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. I do a lot of videos just like this one if you're curious to see what I do reviews on. And if you're looking for this specific bike and you're in the area, definitely check out Fort Campbell Auto Sales here in Clarksville, Tennessee. And other than that, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace.